gonna get you.
Oh, maybe.
Gotta get that death fist in there. Uh-oh.
Oh, God. Here we go again. Hey, guys. It's Sid Schumann from PlayStation Blog. I have been looking forward to this for quite some time. Joining us, Dalton Link from Bandai Namco. Thank you so much.
Hey, everybody. It's Community Manager Dalton Link here. Super excited to show Sid some rounds of Tekken 7, some of the new modes, story mode. We're here for you, man.
That's right. And we got the one, the only, Mark Julio. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Happy to be here. I'm the branding community advisor for the Tekken franchise. So I'm happy to be here again with you, Sid, to talk about Tekken, something that we both love.
I love it. I love it. So I'm playing it for 22 years. Let's dive in here.
All right, let's go right into versus mode.
Yeah,
I have the tournament settings on, so this is actually really cool for like the people that like competitive settings. You go right into like the same settings that people use while in tournaments. So
okay, cool.
You could really show down and have a battle just like the pros would.
You know, esports and the tournament scene are huge for us for Tekken, so we wanted to add in some features that really help the TOs and the players, make it a little easier for them to set up tournaments on their own. Here's a good example. You can actually change your settings and test your buttons right in the character selection screen. So
this is huge.
Yeah, this will really eliminate button checks. Save some time for the commentators and the tournament operators, so they don't have to chit chat.
That's right. It's really cool, and not just for setting your buttons. Like if you want to check if your controller is actually working, there's a virtual on-screen controller, and it shows you everything that works there.
It's great.
I see you're already set up there.
I'm already set up, and just for those listening who are maybe curious about Tekken, I've been playing 22 years. I'm not as good as probably either of these guys, but I know what I'm doing. And a lot of it on the DualShock is customizing your shoulder buttons, customizing L1, R1, R2, L2 if you want to. Just making easy throws, combining the punch buttons, combining the kick buttons allows for just, it just gives you a little bit of an edge if you're not as technical, which I certainly am not.
Got it. Yeah,
so
Mark,
I think I screwed myself up here. Yep.
Mark's gonna go with Eliza. She's the DLC pre-order bonus. So if you pre-order the game before launch on June 2nd, you will get Eliza on day one. It's a great value proposition. I mean, you get to add a new character to the roster. She's an awesome character. So get out there and pre-order.
Very nice. This is coming, I want to say June 2nd?
June 2nd on PlayStation 4.
This is right around the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
1 month away.
We're only today we're recording is 1 month away. So,
all right. So I've been playing this series forever. So what is somebody like me who's like kind of a veteran of the series? What are they going to maybe notice first and foremost with Tekken 7?
First and foremost, you'll probably notice like right at the character selection, when you load into the match, there's two new things here. There's the Rage Art and the Rage Drive. So you see it as you're going into the match, Rage Art with Paul. Once you get down to where your life bar is flashing red, you're able to do a super powerful attack with both punches. And once we get there, I'll call it out. That way you can kind of try it out. But he has access to the Rage Jar and just a number of options now. When you are close to dying, there's like way more stuff that you can do, and it's really cool.
Yeah, so when your character glows red when you're low health, you actually do more damage. So you have a higher chance of coming back. And then as Mark mentioned, there's two particular types of move, a Rage Art and a Rage Drive. A Rage Art, as you can see there, so now you're in Rage.
Just hit both punches together at the same time, and it does this ultra powerful attack.
So that's the Rage Art, and that'll start an auto combo. Super powerful move, obviously. But once you use your
I needed that.
yeah, exactly. But once you use your Rage move, you don't get it back. But I think you're going to get hit there. And Elisa's got a really awesome one.
This is cool. Like, Tekken can be famous for some blowouts, so this is like a little bit of an equalizer, I think, for folks.
So we wanted to give an option for players that maybe aren't quite as good or just getting slammed up against the side, get hit into a really big combo. It allows you to kind of turn the tables and come back.
Nice.
And then there's also another Rage move called the Rage Drive. And that's actually more of a technical input, but it's good to put in between a combo. It's also a good combo starter. It's for a higher level play, but if you can link it in the right way, it can be devastating.
I'm going to get you.
Oh, maybe.
Gotta get that death fist in there.
God, here we go again.
So Eliza is a pretty interesting character. As you can see, she has an EX meter. There's only two characters in the game that have an EX meter. That's Akuma and Eliza. So Eliza has an interesting way that she builds her EX meter. Mark can show you. She actually has this option where she can go to sleep.
Yeah, so she's really weird. So the way her meter works is like just like a lot of things. Like if you're doing attacks, it'll slowly go up. But if she can go to sleep, she's a narcoleptic vampire. She builds up meter way faster. So you'll
She's a
notice there.
narcoleptic vampire?
Correct.
Yeah.
She tends to have conversations with a lot of the characters and interacts with them. Then she'll just fall asleep out of nowhere.
That's incredible.
So you see, as she's falling asleep, she's vulnerable. So you can actually hit me while I'm falling asleep.
Bam.
And kind of interrupt me from building that meter.
Interesting.
So
okay.
her blood gauge will fill over time, and she becomes much more dangerous once she has the blood gauge. Because she has fireballs, she has a bevy of moves. And then she could cancel her fireballs and do even EX moves. So she has an EX dive kick, which goes right into combo. She has an EX kind of like similar, like in the dragon punch motion.
Huh. You guys been busy.
Yeah.
I'm doing all the like Tekken 3 stuff here.
Yeah.
Oh, it still works. Trust
Yeah.
me. Nice, good counter hit there.
Bam.
You know, and a lot of the
Bam.
combos from the older games, translate to some degree. There's obviously new combos, and in actually the training mode, you can actually go in and see some of the combos, some of the more technical combos, some of the beginner combos. So if you're just starting out, there's a lot of ways to kind of get into the more competitive play. Obviously, if you play online, you're gonna run into a lot of combos.
So we have your life bar flashing now. So once you have flashing life, you actually do more damage. But we mentioned earlier you did the rage art, but you also have the rage drive, which Dalton mentioned. And if you know his Phoenix Master, his quarter circle forward right punch, he has an ultra powerful version of that if you do both punches.
Oh, okay.
Where he sparks blue and it just knocks the opponent across the stage. A great comeback mechanic, really, if you're going right into the match.
I need
Yeah,
that
so you
one.
can use that and then start a combo, follow up on that, or if you could actually put that into the middle of a combo, you could really link that into something huge. So yeah, as we said, we wanted to give players an option to come back. We wanted to. We didn't want someone to get steamrolled in one combo, so the rage mechanics really offered that option for players that maybe aren't quite as good, or if you're playing at a really high level. If you just get bodied in the beginning, you can kind of turn it around, and adds for a really interesting kind of cinematic mechanic to it. There's also slow-mo finishes. Hopefully we'll see some here. But if two players at the end of a match hit each other at the same time, it'll zoom in and go into slow-mo, and you can actually see who landed the hit, which is awesome.
So I actually bested you. You were playing at full capability there.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I feel really sad now because I know this is probably your first time really touching it, too.
Let's try out some different characters here. Yeah, I could just feel him toying with me, which is, I mean, you got to do that sometimes when you're the veteran in the room,
So yeah, once we get back to the roster, it's 35+ characters at launch. So there's a really diverse group of types of characters. I mean, you can be anything from a bear to Elisa, who's a pink-haired robot with chainsaw arms.
That's right.
We got the new Tekken 7 Yoshimitsu, who's got kind of this tentacle thing going on.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, and the amount of stages are awesome.
Man.
And you can see here, Sid, there's different types of stages. So these icons represent kind of what the stages have. So instance, that stage has no walls.
Yeah.
So that's wide open. Some stages have 2 different platforms where you can knock them in.
I get it.
Some have areas where they can get knocked down into the middle of the stage.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like the little icons are super helpful, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Tekken's always been really popular for how there's a lot of different types of arenas.
Yep.
I mean, obviously it's an 8-way 3D fighter, so that allows you to create 3D space, which is awesome.
So let's pick random. Oh, we got
Nice.
the Arctic Snowfall.
I tend to do better on these levels, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
So Mark and I have been going out to the tournaments, and for a long time we were playing with some of the earlier builds, so it didn't have the full roster of stages. So I know we've seen this stage a few times, and this song I think is ingrained into our memories.
So I just hear it when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
That's all.
So Dragunov introduced in Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. Probably my all-time favorite Tekken character.
Oh, wow.
Probably the creepiest character in a fighting game.
I love him.
He's super
So
cool.
good.
Have you seen his rage art yet?
Yeah, we got-
okay.
I haven't seen
His
anything.
rage art's
It's
great.
super cool.
And then Yurikuma obviously needs
Yeah.
no introduction.
Yeah.
Oh, special guest from the Street Fighter series.
Oh.
So Akuma.
That's actually pretty different. Having to deal with fireballs.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a really interesting point to bring up there, because obviously Akuma, famous from the Street Fighter franchise, famous for playing on a 2D platform. So to be in a 3D fighter, it's a bit different. Most of the characters in Tekken aren't used to dealing with a fireball character, a character that could jump so high. So it's really an interesting addition. I personally think they did a really, really good job adding him into the Tekken series. He's been definitely a fan favorite, and it's great to see kind of some of the pro players start to pick him up and play him in a different setting.
So the bound seems like it's gotten reworked a little bit from.
Yeah, it's
Tekken.
actually a bit different from what you're probably used to from Tekken 6.
Yeah.
So bound was really the combo extender in that game. But in Tekken 7, it's now known as the screw attack. So certain properties, moves that kind of knock away with the screw. And for example, like for Dragunov, it's back, right kick, left kick. He'll do these 2 kicks, and then if he lands it in the air, it'll actually knock me away, and that lets you extend your combo, similar to like how the bound worked in previous games. Oh, you know the.
Yeah, Dragunov combo's coming out. Sid knows what he's doing.
Okay, so I'm going to be towards Rage now, so I have access to the Rage Art here. Let's see if I can land it. I think he's too much of a... He's not going to let me land the Raging Demon here.
I can't, or I'm dead.
Yeah.
That's what it does. Okay, so I got to launch. Now, that's example of the screw right there, able to extend my combo further.
So the backpack both kicks, it seems like it doesn't do the vault up anymore. Does that work differently now?
No, it's actually different. So they reworked some of his moves and some of his movesets. So
got it.
The vault up now for everybody, the quick get up is both kicks while you're on the floor.
Got it.
So
okay.
if I knock you down in that position,
cool,
and it's
got
much
it.
faster this time around.
Yeah.
So you no longer feel helpless. I know there's some situations in Tekken where you're attacking your opponent and you're just getting mauled on the floor and you can't get up right.
Yeah.
That spring kick actually gets you out of jail pretty easily now.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna see if I can hurt. Oh, that was nice.
work.
Like that?
Yeah.
Let me see if I
Oh,
can
race.
get some revenge
There
here.
we go. Die 1,000 deaths.
Uh-oh.
If I still have my other meter,
Awesome.
I can do my super hopefully.
Whoop!
Oh no!
Oh no!
I
Punish.
whiffed. I got hurt.
Punish on the Dragon Punch.
Yeah.
You want to do a rematch there? That was I went
Yeah,
real quick.
you know what? I wasn't focusing enough. Let me see
That's right.
if we
let's
can
go
do
for
this.
it. Let's go for this.
But it looks like you're pretty comfortable with Dragon.
Yeah. I can put up a fight.
Definitely.
So
knows
obviously
stuff.
the team did a lot of work to make sure that Akuma was, really well modeled, has all the same move sets from. See, actually, that's kind of the ultra the Street Fighter 4 maneuver where you can kind of it's his power crush.
Yeah.
So
his focus attack kind of implemented from the Street Fighter 4
I
series.
see. Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, nice. Oh, and the pressure. He knows the tools. See, a lot of the legacy skill actually carries over. So if you played the past Tekken games, you could really easily go into it. It's just a matter of like kind of learning the new combo system as well. But now you have to deal with fireballs, and I could do them in the air. Oh, nice, good. Able to kind of pick your spot there. So you have access to the Rage Art now. So if you want to try it, I believe it's back both punches. Oh wait, it's not back both punches, is it?
Down both punches.
Oh, there you go. Oh, just out of range.
Whiff.
So as you can see, you lost your
no.
rage because you whiffed it. So you don't get the damage boost anymore, and you don't have the option to do that rage.
So you could
anymore.
just stick with the damage boost.
Yeah,
Right.
you can. So and actually, the lower life you have, the more damage you do.
Oh, interesting.
So you can actually kind of play this cat and mouse game. Like, oh, maybe I should get my life down real low and
Oh,
just
nice.
body him.
Yeah.
Oh no, Dragon Punch is not working there. Nice.
I like the forward pressure you're putting on.
Oh, he's doing the strings. He almost got me there. I was like, how do you block that?
Oh, good blocks from Mark, though.
Heating up.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
Oh.
Into the pressure. Oh, they trade.
All right, both in rage.
Oh, the slow motion!
Oh.
I can't believe he
Bam.
snatched me out of the air. That was really cool.
So that's the slow-mo finish I was mentioning earlier. So add some real cinematic moments.
Ah.
Let's see if we can build some offense here. I'm down by a lot here. Have a
I'm gonna get you.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh.
Reading you like a book right now.
Terrible.
Oh.
Terrible.
Mark just turned up the gauge a little bit right there, I think.
I can get him.
Oh, nice. Good block. Wow, that was a good punish. Okay. Maybe play a bit more cautious on my side. I'm building up. Oh, now that I have my meter, I'm feeling pretty confident. Let's see.
You made me believe I could do something here.
You might. I mean, once you have rage, you have an opportunity. Let's see if you could land that rage art this time again. Uh-oh, I was pressing a button.
Oh yeah, so watch this. This is awesome.
So just like
If you didn't think Dragon
So
was
bad.
scary before.
so hard hitting.
Amazing.
Oh, counter
Oh,
hit.
nice.
Oh, good trade. See, that's another thing that happens now. When you trade blows, it kind of zooms in and gets more focused on the
That's
action.
super cool.
A nice visual cue.
A lot of good fit and finish. Let's try a couple more here. I might give you my Nina.
Uh-oh.
See how I do there.
She actually looks really different in this game. I don't know if you've seen her.
No.
Okay, you'll see once you get to the character
You haven't
select
seen
screen.
Waifu Nina yet?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, she's another classic. Tekken's just been part of my gaming life for just decades. I have so many fond memories playing Tekken 1, 2, 3, 5 with a huge resurgence.
He's up there by Akuma, yeah. So
Look at this, very kind of
Bride Nina.
A little bit Kill Bill, yeah.
yeah, Kill Bill, the bride.
So I picked one of my favorite characters. I picked King. And I wanted to do the throwback. I believe it's a PlayStation exclusive costume. It's the classic Tekken 2 King.
Yeah, that polka dot tie.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. We're going to go right into it. I had to dress formal. I mean, if you're wearing the wedding dress, I got to put on,
exactly.
I got to put the tie, the suspenders. Got to look good, nice and spiffy here.
There's a dress code for this fight.
Yep. Oh, and we're in the Infinite Azure stage.
Ah, good.
Mark's favorite.
This is my favorite.
That plays well to Nina's strengths. Yeah, there we go.
I love that.
I guess it's a checker tie.
This should be fun.
Round 1.
All right, we'll see what you know. Oh, all right, right after the gates.
This stage kind of reminds me of another PlayStation game, Bloodborne.
Oh,
the
it does,
battle,
yeah.
the Ram the Bacchus Spider fight, huh?
That's right. That's good. Oh, yeah. You're just making me want to play this game for like 8 hours straight. Doing all my king moves on me here. Oh, bam.
A nice combo. Oh, went for the elbow there. See, using the spring kick there, it gets you out of a lot of situations.
Yeah.
Oh, so you now have access to her rage drive. I believe hers is down both punches. Similar to kind of like, I guess, Dragonauts. Oh, here's the commando roll.
Oh, with the
Nice.
low.
Oh, that should kill me because of you have such low life. It's going to do extra damage.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Really cool. And you probably noticed she had a veil on her head, but throughout the fight, there's some of the elements of her clothing that can get knocked off. Whoa, nice. All right. See the water effects. It looks actually really nice. And I like the stage for the scenery. Makes me feel good. Oh, let's see if I can
Yeah, the team
get
did
something cool.
a great job making the stage is really beautiful. There's a lot of awesome stages and a really wide repertoire of different types of stages, as we were talking about earlier. Wide open stages, stages with breakable walls, breakable ground, and some of the stages actually have dynamic changes. So once you get to a final round, some of the stages, the weather conditions will change, the time of day will change, the music will change to get a.
Oh, that was so
nice.
cool. Slow motion.
Oh, brother. I thought I had to.
Use some of that power crush. Oh, Nina actually has a power crush. So power crush in this game is like an armored move.
I was just going to say.
Hers is the blonde bomb. It's forward both punches. And if I do that while you're doing it, you'll absorb the moves and kind of change the momentum of the match.
Yeah, so if you're just getting like pummeled, someone's putting a
push
lot of
through it,
aggression on you, and you kind of know how to telegraph some of their attacks, you can time that. You absorb one attack, and then you're knocking them back, and you kind of get back into the fight.
Nice. Good to know. No.
Mark's played this a few times, I think.
Devastating.
And then she also has a special version of. Whoa, nice string. If you do forward, right punch, and left kick at the same time, she has a rage drive, which is actually really cool. It comes out so fast.
Oh, that's
It's like an instant running blonde bomb.
Nice.
And it just like pushes King across the stage.
Fight.
So like most of the characters have that. They have obviously the rage art, the rage drive, a lot of different elements. You can kind of like choose your own adventure towards the end of the match.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't like this adventure I'm on right now. I can tell you that. It's a horror story.
Oh, nice. Good patience
I can
there.
smell that one.
Oh,
There you go.
Good use of the
There
power
we
crush.
go.
it. Oh, I left myself. Oh.
Yeah, so the rage drive can be a real good combo starter, or as I said, if you can actually work it into the middle of a combo, you can really do some devastating stuff.
I was gonna try and.
I'm gonna try mine too.
So maybe, Mark, you can talk a little about the throw breaks in this one. The throw breaks have changed a
interesting.
little
Oh
bit.
yeah,
They're-
they have. So like in the past, throws have been a really good option, but to make it more beginner friendly, the teams kind of changed the balance around. So if you do like a normal throw now, before, like let's say go ahead and do a throw. So that one is traditionally broken with the right punch in past Tekken games, but now you could do either right or left punch. So if you grab me again, it's not going to matter. I can hit left or right punch and I'll be able to break it.
Got it. Okay, that's a little handier because
Yeah.
we know those folks that cheese the throws.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Especially certain characters.
Oh yeah, especially the character like I'm using right now.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say that, Mark.
Thanks for the tips, the hints. All right, now we're both in rage. This could get crazy. Oh, I hope that hits. Oh, right in time.
Nice. You got to win one now and then, right?
Every now and then. That one, okay, time to tone it down a little bit here. I had my suit on. I got a little too excited.
That was good, though. It was good. Good play.
Oh, it's paw prints on the tie.
Oh, it is. I've never noticed that.
Oh,
the power of PlayStation technology.
Yeah.
I always thought it was checkered.
Yeah, I thought it was like spots or checkered or something. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back to the archives and look at Tekken 2
Yeah,
again.
Incredible.
Tekken 2 is probably checking. They're like, maybe
It was paw prints.
We don't have the technology today, but someday
Yeah, exactly.
we'll be able to render this at full fidelity.
One day, 2017, that's the day. The tie technology will be there, guys.
They've been putting this together
Yeah.
for years. Let's see here. Who am I in the mood for? I don't want to embarrass myself. Maybe I'll go
Brian?
Oh,
Brian's
Brian.
always muscular.
We got Eddie Gordo, too, in the corner.
Not my
He's-
style.
Okay.
Not my style. Let's see. I went through my basics. I'm tempted to go back to Dragunov because I stand a chance there. Let's try Brian.
I see the competitive fuel is coming
Yeah.
out. You want to put up a crazy fight. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who do you want to see? Is there any character that you really haven't seen that you want to take a look at?
Who's new in this one?
So there's quite a few new characters. So Josie Rizal is a new kickboxing
Oh,
character
yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
Philippines. We have Lucky Chloe, who's kind of like the dancing style fighting character.
I think we got to go with her.
Break dance.
Okay, we're gonna
fighting.
go with Chloe. Okay,
Yeah.
let me put on the blue outfit.
Lucky Chloe.
And it's, as you guys saw, when he goes into that costume selection screen, there's some slots for custom slots. So
nice.
you can build your own. We'll show it a little bit later, but there's a customization screen where you can change so many things about your character: glasses, hairstyle, face paint, different types of tops, bottoms, you name it. So, and some of them are just absurd.
Wacky.
Like just wacky. You can put like a motorized fan on your head. You can put a skull face on Chloe. You name it. Like once everyone starts to play online, I'm really excited to see kind of some of the costumes we're gonna come up against.
So yeah, this girl likes to dance when she fights. She's all over the place. Oh, nice. Block kick. Oh, good delay there.
So this is an awesome stage. It's kind of significant for the story mode. If everyone's been kind of watching the trailers, there's kind of this epic showdown between Kazuya and Heihachi on this volcano. Also, the volcano kind of a metaphor for the game.
Yep.
As kind of the rage of the Mishima clan, the raging volcano that is the Mishima clan.
Now this is said to be the sort of conclusion of the Mishima clan
The
story,
Mishima
right?
saga, yeah, 20-year Mishima saga. So really excited for the fans to get their hands on the story mode. A lot of really interesting kind of tidbits, throwback to the story, as well as new details and some great twists and turns. Obviously, Akuma in the game, he kind of has a little bit of a hand in the story mode as well. So don't want to give away too much. We can show a little bit moving forward, but want to make sure that the fans can experience that on June 2nd.
Nice. Yeah, game's looking good.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. 1 month out for launch. Obviously, the team has done a lot of work on the game, coming off the arcade version in Japan and Korea, and a lot of care and work has been done to add the new characters in, get it ready for console, balance all the characters out, get the online functionality ready. There's an online tournament mode that we're really excited about. So you and up to 8 friends can all get together, put together their own online tournaments. So Friday night you really want to see who's the best at Tekken that
It's
week.
me.
Yeah. So yeah, really excited for the fans to get their hands on the game.
Man, this Lucky Chloe is just dusting the floor with me right now.
Oh, she stayed on the floor.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, she
Ouch.
danced her way to victory there.
All right. Let's see what else there is to see in this. I know this isn't it. Obviously, versus mode is bread and butter.
Yeah,
for
let's
a
go
lot of
back to
folks.
the main menu and we can jump into the other modes. Sid, why don't you want to jump into the story mode? Play a little
Sure,
bit?
yeah, I can do that.
Sure.
Should I use?
Yeah, they use this controller to
all
get
right.
you right in there.
Perfect.
So where do you want to start? Let's pick the. Oh, he's going right into
Right
it.
in level
Let's
3.
go right into it. I know what I'm doing.
So this is really the focus again that we were talking about. It's going to be the end of the Mishima Saga. So leading up to that, it's going to kind of catch up the player on all the things that have happened over the past many years leading up to this point. So I know you're a Tekken fan. I think you'll get a kick out of this opening sequence here.
I was so happy I cried.
So they
At the
really pull
time,
no stops as
I
far as the
believed
story
that
and
love
everything that they're
was
describing.
all
So
anyone needed.
this is one of the, I guess it's a it's a different perspective how the story is being told. So this is a journalist here that's really studying what's going on within the Mishima family and everything that's going on in the world. So you know he's doing the research on Heihachi, doing research on Kazuya, and he finds out that there's this huge conflict between these two, and it's been going on for a while. Obviously Kazuya with the G Corporation, Heihachi with the Mishima Zaibatsu.
This is a friendly message, you know, that you might send your dad on Father's Day.
Right before he drops you into a volcano.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny you bred that up.
So we take a flashback to even before Tekken 1. This is way back in the day.
Oh, wow.
You see a little Kazuya.
So one really interesting thing about the story mode is there's fluidity between the cutscene and the gameplay. So you'll notice here.
Yeah, seamless integration of gameplay with the cutscenes, and I think it's really cool. So you now have access to controlling little Kazuya here, but it's really cool. So you have access to all the moves there. You see on the screen there's like a little notification, but you also have the story assist. So during certain parts of the story mode, you can use the story assist. If you hold the R1 button, it'll give you access to more moves.
If I hold the R1 button?
I think it's
L1, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, L1.
Bam!
So now you can do instant electric wind god fist by just tapping one button. But looks like Heihachi is still not having any of it, standing strong, not letting his child do any damage to him.
I gotta say, it's pretty impressive that Kazuya had some of those moves down at such a young age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a long time since we've seen the inclusion of, like, you know, story mode and cinematics in games. It's really changed, like, especially towards the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
So one of the best, my favorite things, I don't know if you're a fan of QuickTime events.
Sure, yeah.
But QuickTime events, you love them or hate them,
Yeah.
but in my opinion, this is the evolution of the QuickTime event. This is the greatest moment of all QuickTime events in history. And we're about to witness it right now. So you got to decide, how are you going to do this, Sid?
Oh, man.
Are you going to do it? Are you going to wait? Are you going to kind of do it nonchalantly?
Yeah, let's just throw him off. I didn't know he was doing stuff like this when this kid was so young.
Yeah, it's
It's been a long, rocky road between those two.
Yeah. I mean, they're just throwing each other off bigger and badder things each game.
Yeah.
And one of them, they're strapping each other to rockets and stuff.
oh yeah.
Cool. You want to
Cool,
jump
yeah.
into some other modes?
Yeah, let's check out a couple of other modes before we sign off here.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a little taste of what the story mode kind of entails. You know, all fully animated cutscenes, great kind of gameplay variety. There's some really interesting sections that I think the fans are really going to enjoy.
Yeah,
and
so
obviously the story arc of
if you want to
Mishima.
try the treasure battle, actually. So this is going to be the mode that you want to play if you want to unlock items within the game, which help towards the customization. But it's I think it's just a cool little throwback to, like, you remember the ghost battle in previous Tekken games?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you just play against computer AI-controlled opponents. You can rank up your character, but not only that, you earn items for each battle. But the really cool thing about
Oh, I
treasure
did
battle,
one wrong. Well, I can deal
okay,
with it.
I'm sure you could do it. But if you want to really progress through this, you're going to end up having a lot of special battles. And I'm not sure if we're going to encounter one or not, but every now and then,
There's some interesting
there's going to be some crazy
double damage, double speed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
turbo, and then it makes it really crazy. There's a lot of different elements that can change the gameplay.
Round one.
But it looks like you're starting off here. You have a promotion chance starting off the first match. Oh, he's pulling up the classic combos, doing some Tekken 3 stuff. I see you.
That's right.
So you see that there's an icon there of a chest down at the bottom, so that's what you're fighting for. So that'll get you 5 money, which gives you the option to buy more items, but you also get a random item for your character sometimes, and then some that are good for all the characters. So as you can see, like, this Nina is obviously already decked out in custom gear, so
Yeah, no longer wearing the wedding dress. Looks like she's ready to
hit the
plant
Wild
some
West or
seeds
something.
something.
Some seeds.
Yeah. Well, she has a gun too. Maybe she's an officer. Who knows? But making quick work of Nina, no problem here for Sid. The legacy skills carrying over, right? And then we'll see what prize you get.
Yeah.
You win.
So you also got the promotion. Not only that, you'll see there you get gold, which you use to unlock, or you can purchase some things, whether it's through the gallery mode or items themselves. So you
Nice.
you got a helmet to go with your cool
So I'll have
outfit.
to put that on. We'll have to put that on later.
Perfect.
So
So
yeah,
let's-
as you can see, that you'll get different bonuses based on how well you do, how
Cool.
damage you took, how quickly you finish the battle.
I'm going to be playing a lot of this, I can tell. You want to drive here?
Yeah, let me show you some cool stuff here. So going right into the customization mode, there's actually 2 kinds. So we could go real quick to player customization
Yeah.
and kind of show off. This is new stuff that hasn't been in Tekken before. So you're actually able to configure the titles that you have there. So you can see there under the username, you could put in some cool things that you can unlock throughout the gameplay.
That's awesome.
Not just that, you could also unlock the border for that title as well. But the really cool thing is going into the match, you have this nameplate at the start that shows on the versus or the loading screen. You can really change the graphical outlook. And that's just one element for the customization. This is going to show up like obviously when you play people online. But the real cool thing is you can change the look of the life bars, which really changes the HUD of the game.
And
Sick.
also, I just want to point out that this mode has some sweet music. It's got this smooth jazz. We know a lot of people are going to be in these menus for a long time, so we wanted something that was easy on the
listening,
ears.
right?
Yeah.
Gotta
easy
have
on
it.
the ears. But going right into the character customization,
Always a strength for this series, may
Oh,
I
yeah.
point out, starting with probably, what, 4 or 5 for sure.
yeah, 5 is really where it started to take off.
Who do you wanna- who do you wanna see?
You want to see?
Let's see, I don't know, let's do Jin.
Okay, we'll go to Jin. So I already made a customization for the classic Tekken 4 Jin, but we'll start a fresh one here and kind of really go over the different categories that it has, and Dalton can talk about it as I scroll through.
Yeah, and as I mentioned on that previous screen, you can make multiple different custom characters, and then when you're in the character selection screen, you can choose which one. So maybe one game you want to be, classic 4, classic Tekken 4 Jin, or next time you want to be a crazy Jin with, face paint and a fan on your head,
I want that frog on the head. That's
Frog.
what I'm looking at there.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
that's
a
sweet.
premium item there. You can see we don't have quite enough fight money for it, but we'll get there one day.
One day.
Maybe we show them a few more of the head options there.
Oh yeah, so there's a lot of crazy ones.
Whoa.
Plague Doctor,
Whoa.
be a deer.
That's getting kind of crazy.
Yeah.
If you want to do your best Skeletor cosplay, it's possible. But then hair accessories, of course, different kinds of eyeglasses, shades, sunglasses, and then you can just add a nice beard if you want.
Big graph. They have these face paints,
Yeah.
Nice.
skull face.
And then these can all be saved as custom loadouts, basically, that you can just, when you're selecting Jin next time, you can save it. And yeah, do
Exactly.
shirtless Jin. You can do any combination you want
Yeah,
here to sort of
exactly.
save it.
Yeah, and each character has 10 different customization slots. So if you
Awesome.
want 10 different outfits, depending on what day of the week it is, do you want to use the Tekken 3 pants? It's in there. All the fun stuff that you've probably come to know and love from the Tekken series. And then we're talking about the PlayStation exclusive outfits, Tekken 4 Jin.
I always like that outfit a lot.
Oh yeah.
Good outfit.
It's a fan favorite for sure.
And then
And
you
this
also
is
have-
where it starts to get pretty out there. Put a pizza on your
So
back.
do you feel like
Stuff.
pizza?
Yeah.
Or maybe you want the butterfly wings, which you unlocked earlier.
Now, remember in Tekken, I think it was Tekken 5, maybe probably Tekken 6, they had like the item moves. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, it's actually a thing. So there's certain items that you can get and that you can equip, the accessories here.
See.
Like, for example, the gun. You could actually use it in the match as well. So
It's not the kind of thing it's gonna like transform your fighting style necessarily, but
definitely not.
it's kind of like a fun little effect you can toss
Yeah,
out.
and I think there's also a special mirror item too that you can use. Can you show that one? Yeah. So this prevents your opponent from moving once you are KO'd.
So, like, let's say you get knocked out and there's this guy that teabags all the time, but you don't want to get
Oh,
teabagged.
man.
It keeps that from happening.
That's kind of fun, actually, because I'm big on, I don't do that, but I like to punch or get that stomp in, like at the last set. You probably noticed that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then there's custom character panels as well.
Cool. Well, Tekken 7, man.
Yeah.
Looking great. Thanks for coming by, showing off Tekken 7. Looking great. Coming out June 2nd on PS4. And I am going to be playing day one, I'll tell you right now. Although it's right before E3, which can make it a little more difficult.
It'll
so.
be tough, but I'm sure we'll find some time. Maybe we can get some matches in
Yeah.
online or something.
We can do an
Definitely.
online tournament. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's play online. Great to get a sneak peek here at Tekken 7 coming out June 2nd on PS4. Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you dropping by.
Yeah, of course. We're super excited for the release date. The team has been working day in, day out to produce the best possible Tekken experience for all the PlayStation fans. So, pick it up on June 2nd, and we'll see you online.
PlayStation